Microsoft Project is changing, and for enterprise PMOs, the impact goes beyond switching tools. Today, we'll cover 5 things you need to know: why Microsoft is making this change, what's different about the replacement, how to approach the decision based on your needs, the key deadlines, and what your alternatives are. Microsoft has been consolidating its project tools, and Project Online is the latest to reach end of life. The direction is clear. Microsoft wants work management inside Microsoft 365, with Planner as the unified platform. Project Online and Project Server were built for a different era, with complex architecture and high maintenance overhead. Microsoft has decided the future lies elsewhere. That's a reasonable call. But for organizations that built PMO governance on top of these platforms, it creates a real problem. Planner is a well-designed tool, but built for a different job. Project Online and Project Server were designed for structured project environments, complex scheduling, resource management, financial tracking, and governance workflows. Planner is built for task coordination, and the gap shows up in specific places. There's no native stage gate or lifecycle governance, no budget or financial controls, no portfolio-wide resource or capacity planning, no audit trail or version-controlled decision history. And executive dashboards require a Power BI rebuild. For simple coordination, those gaps don't matter much. For PMOs managing complex programs with financial accountability, they do. The right path depends on what your PMO actually uses today. If your team mainly uses Project for task tracking and collaboration, Planner Premium is likely a reasonable fit. The core workflow carries over and you stay inside Microsoft 365. But if your PMO has built real governance on top of Project Online or Server, stage gate reviews, portfolio reporting, resource planning, financial controls, then Planner leaves a real gap. Before you migrate, ask yourself, which of these capabilities do we depend on, and how will they be covered? If you're on Project Online, the hard deadline is September 30th, 2026. That's when the platform is fully retired and access to all your projects and data go with it. For Project Server users, there's no single cutoff date, but Microsoft's roadmap is clearly moving away from on-premise. Either way, the governance question is the same. It sounds like plenty of time, but for a PMO managing complex programs, evaluation, procurement, and migration all take longer than expected. The window for a considered transition is shorter than it looks. If Planner doesn't cover your requirements, there are 2 types of platform worth looking at. The first are collaboration-first tools like Smartsheet, Asana, and Monday.com. Strong on task and team coordination, but limited when it comes to portfolio governance and financial controls. The second are governance-first platforms, built specifically for PMO-level structure, where financial controls, stage gate governance, and resource planning are native, not bolted on. Cerri Project sits in this category. It's built around the governance layer that Project Online and Project Server users depend on. And for organizations with the data sovereignty requirements, it supports on-premise and private cloud deployment. Whichever direction you go, most of these platforms are designed to work alongside Microsoft 365, not replace it. Your existing tools like Teams, SharePoint, and Power BI continue as normal. Whatever your setup, the best move right now is to understand your options before external timelines make the decision for you. Check the links below for a full comparison guide and to see how Cerri Project could work for your environment. Thanks for watching and see you next time.